You even forget who you are as a person because you're so used to seeing yourself in the lenses of social media, where you can't fully accept yourself until you get that until you get a comment from that one guy or girl or friend that's like pumping you up.
For sure.
So what if there's no approval, right? Does that mean what isn't? Does that mean you're beautiful? That comment that you know is real about you, does it fade away with social activities?
For sure. Thanks for tuning in. For those who don't know me, I am your host JEFF. Welcome to my wave. Today I'm being joined by the lady Annida. She has her friend called Tlhologelo. You know, I shout out to Annida for hooking this shit up. Or because of her for this. I mean, how are you, brother?
I'm great, man. I'm great. Great to be here. I've been, thinking about it for like past 3 days.
For sure. Yeah. When did Annida text you about this?
She, I think it was 2-3 days ago. Yeah, I saw the text and I was, I saw an episode.
Yeah, I sent him the link.
Yeah, I was stunned,
for sure.
Man,
Put him on, I'm the plug.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
For sure. How are you, Annida?
I'm good, great, chilled, surviving.
For sure.
Happy to be surviving.
And so, my wave, we believe in power of words. Universes has it all. Okay. So, Annida, you spoke about this episode when this was, I don't know. Wow,
yeah, we actually did speak about this, right?
You know what I mean.
And literally at the time, it was just,
Yeah, it was one of those, for sure.
Let's hang out.
And now Hot Man is saying podcast, radio, Shandis, and
this is you only just told me now that Anita's been talking about it for some time, right? And here's on my side what I was explaining to you was that before you even came to me about a podcast, right?
For sure.
And when she was driving me here, right, she was saying, okay, there's this, we're going to Nell's place, right? And I tried to tell her, hey man, I knew about this long before, because I could. Maybe this is superstitious stuff. I hope it's not, but I caught it. I caught it like in a dream, in that kind of sense.
Nice.
And I thought, and everything kept hinting towards this, and I said, man, this is gonna happen.
For sure,
and it did, right?
I mean, yeah, it does. So, guys, the first topic today is I want to talk about social media, man. I feel like we live in social media. This is the days whereby, but is it influencing us in the right or in the wrong way? Is it, I don't know how to, you get me?
I 100%.
For sure. What's your take on social media though?
So, I'm going to speak from a personal experience.
Yeah.
I feel like the gauge on what's good and what's bad, period, that's where we should start. Because what serves as bad for you might be good for me. Right? In the sense of maybe you can't stand hearing Amapiano all the time. And literally that's all that's trending with every, video that's put out there, any reel that's put out there. Right?
Sure.
And right now maybe that's what people need. They need to just hop in and get a good influence, to get a good pick-me-up, especially in the midst of, COVID and how it's hit us. But at the same time, if we don't have a healthy relationship with social media, one that we can define as good, then we're in trouble. We get to be in trouble. Mental health is a problem. You even forget who you are as a person because you're so used to seeing yourself in the lenses of social media, where you can't fully accept yourself until you get that until you get a comment from that one guy or girl or friend that's pumping you up.
For sure.
So what if there's no approval, right? Does that mean what isn't? Does that mean you're beautiful? That comment that you know is real about you, does it fade away with social activities if once you're not in it? So I don't know. I think the the gauge of what's good and bad.
No.
It needs to be a personal decision,
Okay.
and how you interact with social media. What will set the parameter of what this is good for me, this is bad. Because I know a friend who's actually using it for good, and right now personally I'm out of it because I feel like it's not serving me.
We're using it bad.
It literally wasn't serving me. Not even bad, but maybe bad. I don't know. But yeah, actually.
It never was bad. You know, I was following you the whole time. And
you mean my page?
Yeah,
it was never bad?
From my perspective, it was not bad. Everything that you were saying was so uplifting. Right? It's just that, I mean, you were esoteric on that, sentimental kind of vibe.
It just takes so much of your time also,
Yeah.
And you have these personal goals to say, I want to spend more time with my family, or I want to do this and that. But then you end up not doing it because where are your hours going? Social media. So that's where the not serving part for me came in. When it came clashing with my own small goals that I'm setting right now.
Yeah.
So, Hot Money?
Yeah, I mean, she's right, For you, you had to come to that decision and you just, say, I don't need it. I will testify, though, that it was really great. Like, the stuff that you were saying, I was following.
I think someone misses me on social media.
Yeah, definitely. But on my side, the way I see
Alright.
of course, yeah.
I hear you.
Okay.
I mean, the way I see social media, I mean, just think of how it changed the world, right?
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Instant gratification, right? Everybody, whatever you want, any thought that comes to your mind, you just open up your social media, and you can find out what's the buzz about it, right?
For sure.
And previously you couldn't do that, right? And that is like a drug in itself, right?
For sure.
I mean, you get your serotonin up there, right?
Sure.
So I think, I mean, it's changing the world. At the same time, it's like a tool, right? You can either use it to burn or to cook. It's like fire, right?
100.
But the way I see it, you have to premeditate whatever you're gonna do on social media for some time. Because I also am at the point where you are, self-criticism for overusing it. But if you premeditate what you're gonna do on social media, for sure you're gonna bring out the right content.
Yeah.
For sure.
And you'll be adding to humanity.
And what I think I like or don't like about it, it's very addictive. Every morning you're on your phone.
Man.
For Annida, is it like
Talk
that
about it.
everywhere in the world? Oh, guys, Annida to our China. Please. So is it like that on the other side? Is it like
So-
social media will always be social media wherever you go?
100%. I feel like, the exposure that we get through access of social media, it's great, but it's also not great. And I respect how China has created borders for its people, where it's like, alright, we're not gonna have you on Google like the rest of them, but we're gonna create Google for you. We're not gonna have you on YouTube like the rest of them, but we're gonna create YouTube for you.
For sure.
So I feel like that kind of content that could be great for China and its people, just so they can keep things within. Whereas with us, we are influenced by, oh my gosh, like literally American. It's crazy, and it's great at the same time, but it's crazy. But there's definitely the drug. It has us all. China, it might be a different kind of drug, like a Ni Hao, Shema kind of drug, but it's still a drug. So. Because they have supplements for everything. We have WeChat. I mean, they have WeChat. We have WhatsApp.
Yeah, sure.
They have Baidu. We have Google. So literally, it's all cut and paste if you think of it.
Yeah.
It's all cut and paste.
China doesn't allow anything that China can't monitor in China. If they can't censor it, obviously. I mean,
for sure.
So they had to have their own where they're able to censor, and you as Chinese, but I mean Chinese people are able to live with it. But do you think in South Africa that would work?
I wonder
if they had like
an app just for us.
Yeah, because then it's government.
That actually. Yeah.
And the freedom around that is very limited. You can't just say anything.
For sure.
I think if we had an embrace as a people, and the love and respect and the honor, just in general, and so much of it. I think we could get there. But we're so like ready to ridicule each other, to belittle each other. It's crazy. We're not over, and I'm not trying to like offend anybody, but we're not over like our race.
But
period,
is it
as
true?
people,
Is it true
as
that
existing people, you know?
oh wait, is it true that depression is caused by social media most of the times? You know, you living in your phone. To say you just living in your phone. You don't even know reality anymore. Just is it true?
I mean,
man,
I would say just ask somebody who's taken pharmaceutical drugs for some kind of depression or anxiety related whatever, right? And they will tell you probably that depression, right, they will tell you it's treatable, right? I mean, if you go to a doctor, they'll tell you it's treatable, but you tend to see the patterns. I mean, the medication is just there to help you get over the patterns. Like your life is like a circle. Mean, you keep going around the same routine, right? And as that happens, if this routine does nothing for your serotonin or your brain or whatever,
for sure,
it's getting you depressed, right? So social media is a huge part of everybody's routine, right? And if you were already depressed and now you have social media, and it's the one thing that is keeping your world revolving.
But what is depression, though, man? Have you been depressed?
I think we're all depressed, to be quite honest. I think we all have a level of depression.
But maybe there are different types of depression.
Just as much as
depression,
like,
we know those.
Just as much as there's like crazy people, I feel like
we
we all have a level of depression. As much as there's a level of crazy.
Okay, can you just elaborate?
You know?
Okay.
Because what are the, and I'm gonna try be as, I don't know, as I don't know if innocent is the word, but what are the tiniest symptoms of depression? What are they? What? Isolation? What? Speaking down on yourself, you know? I don't know, like what are they, and how?
Those are the ones that manifest most of the time.
Yeah, and we all go through that, I feel.
For sure.
My mom works in a mental institution department in a hospital, and some of those people are depressed, or they're there because they're driven by depression, right?
For sure.
And when she tells me about the cases and what the people go through, what they went through, it's like you were just a normal, Tom, Jerry walking by, and then maybe something hit you to a degree where you couldn't handle it yourself.
For sure.
In your capacity, in your capability, and it just so struck you in a way where you appeared this way. I feel like we have like tags as people so that we can better understand each other, but that's not to define us. So even the people that are depressed, that's not to define you. That's why you can come out of it. Right? As soon as you come out of it, you're not depressed anymore. So how come you were depressed? But beauty, you got beauty. We're all beautiful. You never, move away from beauty no matter what.
For sure.
From your parents, you're still a child. You can't move away from that no matter what. But these things, they're not part of us. And it's our responsibility to really dig down and see what are those things that we are holding on to that we shouldn't be holding on to. And I think that can be the stepping block to overcoming what we call depression, or then the self-diagnose to say, I'm depressed. I feel.
So true. I like that you said self-diagnosed, because there's so many undiagnosed depression cases out there. The person, yourself better, right, than anybody. And when somebody comes out and say I have some depression, the best thing you can do is believe them and try to create the right conditions.
For sure.
Help them out. Because what is the depression? And how do you define it? Because you mentioned symptoms, right? But those symptoms don't always manifest in depressed people. I mean, I could be with you, you could be with me, and we're all chilling together. Look happy every other day, right? We're sipping gin. When you get home, something just hits you really hard.
For sure.
And it's hard to ignore it.
For sure, though. Speaking about like social media, now we online. I want to know about these universities. Whoa. My bad. It's this thing, you know. Why they're going online now? They're going online now. What's the whole? What is happening, John?
Yeah, man.
What
I'm
was
just-
what was the I never got that.
Oh, the universities, varsities for sure.
Yeah.
Going online.
Okay.
They're going online now. They're moving. Why? What is this? Are we still be living in school now?
Yeah.
Is it a matter of we should go to school now?
I like this change.
Yeah.
I like,
I like
it.
it too, yeah.
I like it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
It makes me think
say,
of
yeah.
Jaden Smith and how he once spoke about what people before him have spoken about, to say schools are just like another grid that people are part of.
Yeah.
And it's just this uniform place that you sit there, the bell rings.
Like a 4x4 grid.
For sure.
Listen.
Yeah.
Hey, sit back. You know, like.
I mean, school as an institution,
Yeah.
if you think about it historically, I mean, it was all for industrialization. Right?
For sure.
I mean, the powers that were at that time, right, were like, how do we keep these people working for us, right? And how do we keep a middle class happy so that they continue, right, to earn a little bit more, right? And they strive to earn a little bit more through this limited education that they're getting. And then after they get that education, they come and work for our institution. They industrialize, and then it gets bigger.
Sure,
That's where school started. There was never school as in the formal way it is, right? So it was all an idea, and then ideas are subject to change, right?
For sure.
So I'm sure soon we're gonna see something very different from what we've been experiencing, and it'll be good. Change is always good.
Change
you
is
know?
always
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
But I mean, I want to have a seat. I wanna.
Oh, but the
I want that
experience here,
thing.
yeah.
You know, I want.
Yeah.
I know, it's
want-
actually really nice, and I actually really feel for
It's a
the
nice
generation.
experience, I know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
like now you have to wear masks all the time. You can't do this. Now you have to be like, and then still wear your mask. Like we're gonna catch you out. You know, like I don't know. It's the tiny things like
But
that.
is it still safe to go to school? I mean, Corona times, jobs.
That's another
I mean,
thing.
is it a safe thing now to say get to school?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get my degree.
It never
get a
was
job.
safe at all.
Oh, yeah?
I mean, never. I mean, safety was always an illusion, right?
Yeah.
I believe maybe to an extent this COVID is being blown out of proportion, but at the same time, whatever that it's doing, right? I mean, people have died, right? We can't take that away. Right?
For sure.
But whatever it is doing, human beings have this amazing ability to adapt. Right?
Yeah.
For sure.
You can
100.
adapt and you can make something work. And
100.
that's why we're all going online, right? And I bet you people are becoming smarter from this.
For sure.
Because, I mean, they're taking this initiative. I mean, when I was in varsity, it was hard to take initiative.
It was,
because
yeah.
you got peers, you got friends, you got
Yeah.
all that stuff.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Now you're in the house, you know,
Sheesh.
and you're like, it's up to me.
For
Let me
sure.
do it. Let me self-drive. Let me use myself as a tool.
Sure.
That's amazing.
I recently saw a TED talk
Yeah.
of an 11-year-old. Well, probably 10 going 11. But she was basically like, when you're 10, you're stuck. You're not a teen. You're not young. You're not an adult. But you're waiting to work, right? I was like, what? Kids these days are thinking like
For
this.
sure.
Right?
Right?
For sure,
And she's
man.
like, we gotta work. I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
That's necessary.
You know?
Yeah, for
so,
sure.
and that's literally moving with the times. And that can't scare us. We probably scared our parents also.
Yeah.
Here with our like,
Yeah, you know, yeah.
yeah.
This generation is gonna be something else.
Yeah.
You know, they got AI. You know, AI, machine learning. I mean, now the way I see it, AI can replace teachers. It can replace so many jobs and do them a lot better. Right. And since everything is moving online, right, there's gonna have to be a way where we, regulate it somehow, obviously, right?
For sure.
So that people benefit from it instead
Yeah.
of losing jobs in the
Yeah.
end. But the way I see it, this change is gonna be great for the younger generation. We can't think of it, right? We can't imagine what's going to happen because we're already conditioned.
For sure.
We've lived a different life.
We have.
Yeah.
We absolutely have. And I think the more we try to think of it, the more we're trying to hold on to want to be part of it.
Ideas, yeah,
and that will hurt us.
Obviously. I mean,
Let her.
can't-
Let go.
I was supposed
Let
to
them
be
do their
talking.
thing.
yeah.
Sure. So is it still the same in China, Annida?
In terms of how things are after COVID.
Nah, after COVID, school-wise, right? School systems and...
The thing about...
Oh, wait, not even before. Just China and yeah.
So, I've been wearing masks ever since I got to China. So,
Okay.
the thing about masks and, keeping clean and distance, I feel like China has always had it, even though the population is crazy and it's like always cramped like that.
For sure.
But they're so quick at adapting, it's insane.
Yeah.
And I feel like even
Early converters, like
Yeah,
with everything.
with
New
everything.
technology comes out, it's already rolled out.
And I feel
For
like
sure.
even with the things that they replicated from everyone,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
to say WhatsApp, to do WeChat,
Yeah.
they replicate, but they take it to another
roll
level.
out, yes,
Because
I know,
WeChat, you
for
can
sure.
pay with it, you can do a whole lot of things with it, exchange
that.
money and all that. You don't need to step into a bank. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like where we're standing right now as a world, we have a lot to learn from China.
For sure.
Those are the people to look at.
So were you like legit using that, like paying with a phone?
Paying with the phone.
Shit.
Yeah, it was my first time experience as well.
Yeah.
Exchanging money like that, sending. It was quite
Because
convenient.
Africa is the only. I've been researching most of this because
Yeah.
I wanted to start a business. I'm on that side, with payment operating systems, right? And what I learned was, and it just happened before COVID, right? Coincidentally, right? So we're so behind on when it comes to payment, right? That the only acceptable international payment gateway, right, is from Nigeria by a guy called Iniolua Aboyeji, right?
Okay.
And this guy, I like what he did, right? The world is cashless. The rest of the world is cashless.
The
Right?
rest of the world is going cash.
Most of them, yeah.
All of them.
Not all of them,
Yeah.
but compared to the rate at which we're going cashless, I mean, you can't compare that, right?
Yeah.
We're quite slow with
Yeah.
the time, and I mean, South Africa is developed.
It's quite developed compared to
yeah.
That's true. It's
And we
crazy.
should have caught up.
Is it developed or
It's developing, but we keep saying developing. We can't. We have to decide.
I mean,
where we
some
are.
other teacher told me
Really.
China is still developed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we just mean like compared to places like your
I consider that as
Cuba,
language,
and stuff like that.
Yeah,
for sure,
We're
for
quite
sure.
like on a different
Technicality.
end compared
Yeah.
to other countries that are out there.
So, and you just tell me, dog, is Forex a booming thing in China? Like, just
My
yeah.
nigga, I wouldn't know.
Oh, yeah?
Because like literally with these things, you gotta gauge out of your own personal interest.
Yeah.
And I just feel like maybe I speak for most of the girls out there.
Yeah.
Forex is just a bunch of numbers going. And I'm just like, what's happening? So I'm the wrong one.
For sure.
China, I like it. I consider China one of those places where everything technology-wise is doing
Yeah.
great, right?
Okay.
Yeah, Forex, yes. Well, I mean, it's not that we're introduced to it now, right? We've always been on it. So just a handful of people, right? And making good investments, day trading, right? Stocks, buying stocks, right? I just went to a tuck shop the other day, right? And I was like, "What do you do?" I was just asking the owner, "What do you do?" with
for
your
sure,
money?" Yeah,
for
this
sure.
guy is like, "I buy stocks, man," right? And I was like, "Yeah, man. If tuck shops are getting onto it, that means every other informal kind of business in South Africa is growing to that extent that they will take 50% out of their revenue
For sure.
put it into stocks or something like that,
I still don't know what you guys are talking about.
Tell you about
Forex, yeah. I mean, you there, right? And you kind of do it, right? But probably not in the same way. Like a lot of people are doing good investment, making good investments, right? Using the latest kind of technology or whatever, but they doing it through third parties, right? Because I saw these guys that they're doing Bitcoin they buy Bitcoin. Like here, Quadstad, everywhere, the Free State. Let's just say, the people that are within my, sphere, right? I learned that these people are really keen on investing. Right?
For sure.
And some of them make the bad investments. Like,
there should be those.
Hashtag I blew it.
I could tell you a story. I blew it. I have an blew it story.
Oh yeah.
And I hope
wow.
I don't know if I can say it here.
You can say it, man. No one watches this show, man.
Okay.
Don't do that.
Can I
This is going to be your most
first?
watched, most views.
So here's what happened.
You want this?
The juice.
Yeah.
You want the juice?
Dash.
Yeah. That's cool.
Oh.
Great. Yeah. So here's what happens, right? Me and my mother, right? We discuss finances together, right? And how she wants to invest, what she's gonna do after she gets money from the business or whatever.
Right? For sure.
And like I said, I research it a lot and I work on it, and sometimes I make my own little investments every now and then. I know what works, what doesn't.
For sure, for sure.
And I tell her, here's something, right? I need you to buy these stocks, right? Take 50% of our revenue and buy this and this and that, right? And I'm educating her on it, right? Comes the next day, she meets somebody else and she tells that person the story I told her. And that person says, I have something better for you. Right? And she's like, I need to hear this.
Yeah.
And she goes along with that person, and then she takes her to this ICO. They call them ICOs, right? BitTrain, right? BitTrain. And my mother takes out the first 40,000 rands, puts it into BitTrain. And I said, no, that's a bad investment. Like, honestly, who owns BitTrain? Firstly, let's just see who owns BitTrain.
Yeah.
So I get on this website called Whois, right? Whois is basically just lets you know the IP address of the owner of that IP, right?
For sure.
So, man, this is an anonymous website, right? But they keep telling you about the owners of BitTrain. And you look at this page, and it's just a random web page that speaks of non-existing people. You can just tell, like,
goddamn.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Shucks.
40K goes out,
no.
right?
Sheesh.
And I say, well, you will regret it. And she goes, nah, you're just being doom and gloom, right? A couple of months go by. She's like, you know what? I'm going to invest another 40K for you. And I'm like, I don't want 40K invested for me in some fly-by-night company.
Sure.
Let me show you what to do. Basically, how do I put this, right? You can't offend people who were born before maybe, this kind of knowledge was, kind of obvious, right? But what I did want to make clear was, I'm only trying to help her. Right?
For sure.
Yeah. So I found out later that, this Ponzi scheme called BitTrain, right? A lot of people were dragged in on it. Conference rooms, conference facility, and I was like, are you people really recruiting people into this thing, right? And people got recruited, and it was just one crazy pyramid scheme. If there's a pyramid, you gotta know there's a pyramid scheme, right? And everybody lost their money, unfortunately. Flip.
That's 40K.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
40K, more than 40K. Like, it was a lot of money that was lost there. So I know firsthand, how these people are able to make bad investments, right?
So now, let's say
DJ
take a lake or someone.
Yeah.
I don't know, these forest guys.
Yeah.
Now they come up to you now.
Yeah.
Obviously with the GTA or something, something heavy, obviously. Now they're like, yo, bro, you could drive this car in like 3 months,
Yeah.
Let's give me like a young 8K now.
Why do you need 8K?
Why do you need 8K? Why do you need 8K, bro? Why do you need my 8K? My people, it's like you can make $1 million in a day.
Yeah.
In minutes.
Yeah.
You can make $1 million. Come on, bro. Why do you want my shits?
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
And that's always their selling point.
Dude,
Yes,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
and the
Like
only
the
thing
time frame
is,
and everything.
that does not make sense. Is,
yeah.
I've met with people who have money, like real money. I've met people with real money.
Yeah.
And trust me, they don't wake up to shoot their cars every day and post it on Instagram. They're not about that. But now you see these forex goats. All they do is post their cars, post their houses. I was like,
You get an invite on Facebook from some Awuyemi.
my guy had it there. Lester had it there. But you see, Lester took that guy on a joyride. He's like, so he's like, yo, bro, can you please give me that 5K? Then just invest the 5K. Then when the money comes out, you can take your 5K. Then you just give me the rest.
Yeah.
He went mute on that. It was like, scam, motherfucker.
They're all scammers.
Yeah, for sure.
I can tell you so many people that have warned against that. You know, I tell friends, like I have a friend who just made an investment recently. Says there's this guy called Mark from the USA.
Whoa.
And I'm like, okay, I know where this is going.
Yeah, for sure.
Mark from the USA says if I give him 10 grand, if he gives me 10 grand, right? If he gives him 10 grand, he can actually trade for him, right? And give it to him as maybe 200, 300,000 months, right?
Go on, okay.
And my guy did that, right? And he borrowed money. I was like, man, that doesn't make sense to me, right?
It's just, I feel like people who fall for these people, they have lack of patience.
Yeah.
And like they're not honest with themselves.
For sure.
I mean,
And they're
but
not
think about it, though. I'm not
accepting of
judging.
their reality.
believe in yourself
about it,
enough.
though, man.
Yeah, like seriously, you don't have to.
But I can imagine someone pulling up with some Bentley and just telling me we can just have joint accounts on Forex. Whatever he makes, I'll make. I mean, I am on, dog. I want to drive that. I want to drive that shit, man. I'm tired of working, man. Come on.
You have to just, be realistic.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna give you 10 grand. You're not gonna invest 10 grand right now, and in a span of maybe a month, right? Get like 200, 300,000. What is it? Unless you're in the black market or something. If you're selling drugs, you can make that much.
For sure.
But not in a legit business.
Talking about drugs, dog. There's this popular drug now going on around, crystal meth.
Crystal.
Matombo. For those. Matombo. Yeah. Do you know it?
No.
Oh yeah.
What does it do to people? Does it get them high or it gives them energy or?
Apparently, I don't know about it. So it gives them energy. They become hyped up. So so usually I know artists, I know these local rappers who think they blew up and then they just smoke whatever they want to smoke.
Wait again. People forget to take care of themselves.
Hey man, it's really messing them up now.
Crystal, man. Wow. I was exposed to Crystal young age.
Oh yeah, bro. I only saw Crystal this year, bro. Like not even someone smoking, you just seeing the banky of That's the bag. Cool.
Man. From a young age, from the youngest age. Okay. From when I was a kid, everywhere I went, I lived in Hillbrow, lived in Bloemfontein, and that's where I was exposed to it a lot. People my age, really nice people, smart people. I really used to look up to. Very young,
for sure.
And I would say, I wondered how this kid makes money. I'm like, this guy is so smart and he's got money all the time. What is he doing, right?
Who's this?
Don't you feel like those are the kids that lived? Do you feel like you lived?
I've never lived.
I don't
know as a kid if I've lived like that. Like
to
a little bit of extreme-ish.
Yeah.
Man, that's really extreme.
We're only experiencing extreme now.
But it is not even extreme to think about. His age at that time and experiencing that shit.
Those kids, what I could say basically, right? This was my friend, and I was with him, and I was really dumb. Compared to him, I was a donkey, man, right? And I looked up to him, and he took me to every place he goes to, Kasi or what.
Yeah.
And he's got crystal meth friends, and he's in a gang, he's slinging for the gang, and right, that's how he makes money at that age, right? And then from doing that,
sure,
his parents really want people around. I mean, sometimes I'm like, maybe if you have poor parents, cool, but at least they were there, you know. There are some rich parents that just really don't know what the hell is going on with their kids'
I
lives.
trust for sure, because all they do is take the money, man. And they out, just take the money, for sure.
So I mean, this guy grew up, and after growing up, you know, doing that, he was very into crystal. I saw how crystal destroys lives from a very young age.
Man.
It destroyed a lot of people's lives there, and in my mind, I was like, where's this guy gonna go if he's actually being, you know, an instrument in this, right?
For sure.
In slinging that crystal. And sure enough, I just heard that he killed one of our people, one of my friends. And he was, imagine, he's a qualified lawyer, right?
But no, dog, there was someone who got shot at Giovanni's. Do you know about that shit? Okay, let's just...
Really?
When was it? Yesterday?
Wait, where's
The day before. Giovanni's, where my stand was?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
I thought Giovanni's was one of those...
That's like safe and like,
Safe, yeah.
I'm like, you know...
Why at Giovanni's?
For
Maybe
sure.
Stasi 6?
Yeah,
Not to say
100%.
Stasi 6 is...
That's
but yeah.
nuts.
But did you hear about the story?
No.
Someone got shot.
Yeah,
Blester, fill us in. Blester is a news guy. This is the scoop guy. Fill us in, my guy. Yeah, someone got shot.
Was it like an event at the place? What? That's so random.
But I think it's relationships. Okay, I don't know.
Got shot.
Let's just talk about relationships. Just to keep myself safe. Yeah, relationships.
Because now we're playing investigator, and I've done that, especially when you mention crystal meth. You know, I'm personally quite an inquisitive person, right? So I just went down just for my own, knowledge, right, to know what's going on in my town, right?
For sure.
And I went down, just pretend like I'm trying to get some stuff too, and get some stuff, right? And found out, oh, that's the person that's selling, that's what's happening, right? And I could tell you, it's the people that you kind of already know to an extent that really get that stuff out,
for sure,
right?
For sure.
And I personally wouldn't want to get involved in that. It's a police job, right? And if the police aren't doing their job that well, right, then
they're not.
Yeah, they wouldn't. There's so much in the industry that, to be controversial, there is so much to gain from being rogue in this life, right? And if you go into a job and you're not fully capable or equipped to say no to things like that, you will actually just allow that stuff to destroy people.
And Annida, any bad investment you've made? Okay, we know Hotman and his mom with the 40K.
What's a bad investment? Does it mean like when you spend money recklessly?
Not even money. Let's talk about time. Let's talk about investment. If anything, you just take out from yourself and just giving it to another,
I think bad investments.
Even relationships can be bad
investments are like maybe like spending time on Instagram. For me personally, it goes back to social media.
I mean,
like how you spend
time is very important, man.
Yeah,
time is very precious.
You don't get it back.
It's like,
You definitely don't get it back. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not. Ooh, I know, but it wasn't an investment.
Yeah.
I was just reckless.
Okay.
So this one time, I was coming back home, traveling home.
Yeah.
And I just got paid, right? I'm thinking I got money, right? Then I packed like so much that I took this huge bag, but I didn't think ahead to say they're gonna weigh your bag.
Okay.
And if it's overweight, this is how much it might be. I didn't think like that. I don't think about these things, guys.
Yeah.
So when I buy my ticket, I just buy the cheapest. Also, that's another thing. It might be the cheapest ticket.
Yeah.
But the baggage, the overweight could charge you ridiculously.
Sure.
My gosh. My overweight was enough for three extra people tickets.
What?
Yeah, it hit me here. You don't understand.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I think not everybody knows when they're traveling, the unprecedented things that could happen, you know.
So then about
Literally.
I don't travel that much, you know. I travel in the country, right? I travel if I get a job.
I mean, I'm not gonna make that feature, you know. You know. I've got you.
You know me.
Some people haven't left where they were born.
Yeah.
Period. You know that?
Sorry?
Some people haven't left where they were born.
Yeah.
Period.
For sure. Blessed Tokilaga. Blessed has not left Constant all his life. He's been here.
Like it happens.
Welcome, guys.
Welcome.
Oh yeah.
So, just to get out of.
But how is it though? How is it? I couldn't imagine China now. How is China, bro?
Yeah.
How is China, yo?
I can tell you this, it was very different. Even for me when I got there, I was expecting to see your usual, this is the burbs, this is the town.
I
thought it's like that. It's not. You could just find a mall in the middle of houses, burbs, whatever. You could change from nice houses to just weird ass buildings. You get what I'm saying? It just
Yeah.
But once you move into it, you see the pattern. Then you see the familiarity of, this is how they do things. This is their standard of how it is. That's how it looks.
Did you get like a China boyfriend there?
I mean, I tried. There was a fella. We were like eyeing each other. The problem was the language barrier. Like I didn't want to be seeing someone where I need an app to talk to you. Because I'm very much...
So how are the fellas there? Apparently we are dogs.
Yeah,
which is okay, cool. How are the fellas there?
They're such gentlemen.
Are they?
Oh yeah.
Chinese guys, they will take care of you. Literally.
So dog, do you have the character to actually ask your mom when did last you was like, you know, when did you have that shit? When last did you have that shit, man?
Do you have the courage to ask me that question?
Like to ask you? Yeah, I have to ask you, not your mom or my mom.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, my mother, I can ask her.
What?
Before, you know, long time ago, me and her used to be very open about my sexuality and her sexuality.
Oh yeah, bro.
A bit different.
And
now she knew who I was with, and she met the person all the time. Yeah, and she would give me my opinion, right? Liana, I knew who she was dating, and I would meet the guys, maybe growing up, whatever, whoever it was.
Oh, for sure.
But things change, you know. Once you've grown,
I mean, it's like whoa, man.
It's like that conversation again.
So, do you have conversations like that with your mom?
We have our level of awkward, right? But it doesn't get like this high. This is very high for us.
Oh yeah.
So no,
but she doesn't know what. Your mom.
She does know. I think she knows that her girl.
I mean, you say
on the dance floor.
So you don't have.
She does know
you don't have a kid. Any kid?
I don't have any kids.
You don't have any boyfriend, Annida. What's happening?
No boyfriend.
Annida, what's happening?
I don't.
Hey,
that's the man asked. I even stopped figuring it out.
I
know.
I think he's offering something.
I mean, it's not even about like
I think you pick it up.
It's deeper than that.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Honestly, because I've went from people thinking I'm picky, and it's like, it's not even about being picky.
Dog, how many times have you had unprotected sex? I mean, and I could bet you were lit drunk at the time, like lit out.
Yeah, and were you lit drunk?
I was not lit drunk when I had
it was a sober decision.
It was a sober decision.
Okay, that's interesting.
No, I was not sober. I was drunk in love, man. Like I was
drunk
in love.
Okay.
Like I love her, you know, and who else is there but me and her? Right?
Wait, are you still having unprotected sex?
No.
Oh, are you having sex?
No.
Oh,
sadly no.
But what do you think about that? With Israel saying if a nigga does not have sex, is she actually?
To an extent, it makes sense.
I mean,
it could make sense, no?
Yeah.
Because I mean, the call is trans. Okay. Let me not go too exoteric here. But there was something I was practicing myself, right? To actually transmutate sexual energy, right?
For sure.
So sexual energy, right? The more you're not, you know that feeling once you've ejaculated.
I'm
right?
sure I know it. For sure.
How much? Just track from that moment how you feel, right?
How do you guys feel?
You feel weak, you feel tired a little bit, unless
Stressed.
yeah,
You feel like, yeah, for sure. You
That
feel
is
like,
true.
Like in heaven.
I don't know I don't know how
Like-
heaven is.
Yeah.
It's cool. I don't know how heaven is, but
if it happened the right way, if it was probably sex doesn't end after 5 minutes for me, right?
Okay.
You can ejaculate. What happens after you ejaculate, right? Are you gonna be with her, right? Is she gonna be there the next morning? If she is, then she's probably incubating your energy, right? She's probably making your energy,
for sure.
keeping it within the right place. Right?
For sure.
But if you ever felt like, have you ever jerked off before?
I mean, dog, I'm
Oh yeah,
dog.
okay.
This is.
Not for you.
I heard word on the street is if you hit it, it being the same one 3 times, it means you're in love. Like if you hit it
Nah, man.
with the same person more than 3 times, it's definitely feelings. It's definitely more than just hitting. Hit it.
Now, is it now?
For me,
So I just wanna know from you.
Okay, I'm disagreeing. 'Cause is this how now we're calculating feelings and love?
Yeah.
I mean, you can elaborate for yourself how you like have.
I think you can.
So
input,
I feel like sex is sex, and getting into a relationship and being two different things now.
you got separated too.
You are a hit it and quit it
once you-
nigga.
I
Being
know-
saying I don't hit it and quit it.
Yeah.
For sure.
I know, man,
Hitting it
who
and
say-
quit it is the one night stands. I mean,
Okay.
how many one night stands have you
I don't know
had?
how I feel about you anymore, Jeff.
I can't have sex with the same person more than twice, and actually not feel something for them. Even the first time, I have to feel.
I mean, going back.
If I
I mean,
go-
going back there. The
There's
second time it's
flashbacks.
like, oh, there's something.
By the way,
Now, so you're going
there's something
back.
called flashbacks. You go home and you can't control it. Your mind just keeps thinking about this person. Like, man, I just shared something secret with this person, right? And for some reason, you will at least just a little bit.
For sure.
That qualifies as love, I guess.
I mean,
If they needed a kidney, wouldn't you give it to them? I mean, if it
I
was
don't know if it's kidney level
or blood
but
or blood. Okay.
guys, thanks. Thank you very much for coming to the show, man. How was your day, Annida? How was the shoot?
This was quite fun. I want to do this all the time. Not,
the time.
but like
Not.
great chats, guys.
Oh, yeah?
I had fun. Yeah.
Oh, yeah? Got money?
You know,
And this is the first time I
you
meet
know
you.
I had fun. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
This is the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the stuff that I always watch all the time.
Yeah.
Wow, for
Yeah.
sure, for sure.
Yeah. I will give you all my feedback. Whatever you want to hear from me. Trust me. I love
But
it.
guys, I'm hoping for like more episodes. I enjoyed my time with you guys.
Yeah. Let us know if you want more of us, guys, for another episode.
But these servers don't comment. We have our comment
Yeah.
people, but you know,
Like
there are
literally
some-
just one
Just
comment.
get
We're
to
coming
comment.
back on the second.
Yes,
Don't be
come
scared.
comment on this one.
Talk
Just
about
comment,
me.
Yeah, you know.
Whatever you want to say.
Yo, man, till we meet again from your lady Annida and my nigga Tlhologelo.
All right, man.
JFF. We love you. We out.
Big love.
Catch me in my block, filling up a rocket, nigga, aiming at the stars. Watch a nigga walk it, nigga, fuck the sneakers. Had a million in my thoughts, everywhere I be, dog. Drowned in my way, came with a flood.